right, let's go, Jeanne.
Do you need some Listerine with that, Jeanne?
I think I'm fine. Okay. Whew. Hello, good day, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a wonderful special podcast that we have today. Not called J-Taku. Actually, it is called FemTaku. With me today, I have my lovely female co-hosts. I have Suin from Sicknanigans Reviews. Do I say reviews at the end?
It's just called Sicknanigans.
Okay, it's Sicknanigans. And then I have Sarah from 42 Believer.
That is me. Hello.
And then I have Holden, or should I say Helena, from Holden Reviews.
Hi everyone, how's it going?
See, guys, Holden got a sex change, and he's now a woman. So yeah, he's joining us on FemTaku.
By the way, Sarah, do you mind?
Now.
By the way, Sarah, do you mind telling us about the other name of this episode, particularly due to an early Skype chat? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Screw you, Suin. Okay, so the reason why this all came about is because I misspelled PodTaku and I said PadTaku, and everyone was laughing at it, and so but the name is FemTaku, all right? I misspell things and then things happen, okay?
Yes.
That's it. It's done.
Big things happen.
So wait.
Shut up.
We bleed awesomeness.
That's like when women leak blood, right?
Yes.
Okay, see, we have to take baby steps because I just turned into a girl, so this is gonna take some getting used to.
Alright, so Holden.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you're a virgin and don't do anything on your weekends except sit in front of your computer and make podcasts, you have this thing called not getting knocked up.
Okay.
So what you then do is once a month you will bleed because you are losing the nourishment that your body got ready to have a baby. But since you are a loser nerd girl, that doesn't happen. So
I was about to say, I have a pretty wide pickings, theoretically, because geek girls run the world, it seems like, right now. But that's just how it is. I mean, have you guys even noticed how, like, even female anime characters who are portrayed as nerds, like in Boku wa Tomonoshikatsu Kanai is one big one that steps out in my mind.
Oh, yep. And then also you have the sister.
The nerd girl thing, always fucking blown out and called goddesses by all of the male fandom. Have you guys noticed this?
This is very
Oh yeah, isn't Asuka a super genius? Like she skipped I think she went to university.
Asuka is technically a super genius, I do believe.
Yes.
She skipped and she joined the German Air Force in the Euro stuff. But yeah, it's really interesting how.
But she fails in class because she cannot understand kanji for some reason.
It's
thermal expansion.
Thermal expansion in my pants.
No, you don't have that anymore.
Your dick, or I mean your ovaries.
I don't have that anymore?
Your ovaries.
Okay, well, maybe this is like Kempfer, and I can have it when I want it, and not when I want.
Wait.
For a more older reference, maybe Ranma 1/2 for all you old fags out there who are hanging around. Maybe that.
There's also one more thing that you must know. That you are no longer going to get a boner in your heart from watching Moe shows.
Really?
Yeah.
That
never again.
Is unbelievably disappointing.
Honestly,
feel like
I don't know.
Sad.
I really think that it's a...
So wait, we don't get boners in our hearts anymore whenever I'm in girl form.
Yeah, no, I
like,
never...
What happened with you in the Moe? What happened with you guys in the Moe genre?
We get lady boners.
Lady boners.
When we look at hot guys.
I don't.
Are you?
Well, here's the thing. Okay.
Yeah.
I understand the concept of getting the boner in the heart, but for me, it's like I feel like my heart is kind of getting squeezed by a hand because it's so adorable.
Guys like it when hands squeeze things on them.
Yeah, so it's like
your heart is getting squeezed. So in literal sense,
being a
you're dying.
Kempfer, having parts of you squeezed at certain places makes you feel pretty good. Both as a boy and a girl, I've noticed.
You mean the mammary glands?
Groping them titties. Shout out to that. So you don't have like a. Have you ever had like a moment in anime, guys, where your maternal instincts kick in? Then, for instance, like, do you feel overly maybe? I don't even know how to describe it. Like, have you ever watched?
No, it's when you get like attached to a character and you don't want anything bad to happen to them. I do think it's a little bit maternal. But yeah, I've had that happen.
Have you guys seen Ami and Yuki Wolf Children?
Well, yeah, that's the obvious recent answer.
Right, that's like my obvious.
And
Strangely enough.
How did you guys feel? Because I don't know how I'm supposed to feel now that I am gender swapping. Like, there's no tomorrow.
It made me never want to become a mother.
Wow.
Did it really?
That was rough.
just that.
Momura
It just seems...
Hosoda just fucking shat on procreation.
No. Wolf Children is actually a propaganda film to increase the birth rate in Japan.
Well, it looks like it did the opposite for Sarah.
Yeah, I was about to say, if Sarah was Japanese, she'd be like, nope, no dicks in me today.
No wolf dick in me today.
Oh my god.
No bestiality today.
The wolf. We talked about this before, once, but that wolf scene, when it's all fine, just looking up, and then the wolf comes into frame, and you're just like...
Oh, that scene. Yeah.
Oh, funny story I have. I was watching Wolf Children, and my parents walk in. He's like, "Oh, it's another Ghibli family film." I'm like, kinda, in a way. Then the wolf comes in, she's like, "Oh, what the fuck are you watching, Suin?"
She was like,
"Yeah, it's not a movie you watch with people who aren't accustomed to anime."
This is nothing.
Oh, see, the thing was, up until that scene, my first thought was, I can't wait to show this to my family. And then this happened, and I was like, I think I have to take in the file, rip it off the Blu-ray, and then cut out that scene, and we'll be good. I'll be good.
There's one other show that I watched that made me feel the same way that Ami
and Yuki
Wolf Children made me feel.
Yeah, what was that?
And it was The Grave of the Fireflies.
Really?
The Ghibli film, yeah. And it was because, you know how the older brother was taking care of his sister and raising her? Yes. I was like, and even though it was like, a man doing it to a little girl, still it's like...
That sounds so wrong.
Oh, I want to take care of them.
A man doing it to a girl.
Well, like a boy taking care of a girl. Like, it should be more
little girl.
Not a bear.
But that is another show that made me feel those like womanly feels, like
feels.
Yeah,
feels in your heart.
I will say though, like in comparison, at first, you know how a lot of girls will watch yaoi and not say that they're watching yaoi.
Okay,
or
let's
that's a topic change, Jeanne.
Let's just get straight to the softcore hardcore. What's
yaoi hands.
Listen.
Okay.
Am I the only fucking real female in this podcast?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Well,
what's going on?
Okay, here's the funny thing.
What defines real female?
Suin is like a fucking brick. Okay.
Yeah, I am
Can't break through her. She's a fortress.
She is a fortress.
She is
a fucking fortress, and Sarah,
I love depressing stuff.
You see, that's the thing.
So if anyone in the comments know any real depressing stuff, put it in the comments section below, please.
So basically, Suin is always in PMS mode and just wants to cry out her emotions.
So wait, okay.
Fun story, I never cry in those stuff.
Time out.
Oh.
Wait. Okay,
What?
so being a gender switcher again, I need to reaffirm, like, how long does PMS mode last, by the way? I think that this is a valid question. That
Well, the average should last about 4 to 5 days.
I would say about 5 days.
Well,
Ask the fortress.
4 to 5, yeah, the fortress knows all.
the fortress.
4 to 5 days.
The fortress has all information and all artillery.
The fortune fortress. It can tell your fortune.
Helena,
Yeah.
you can expect to be PMSing for about 4 to 5 days, give or take.
Jesus Christ. I could buy something off Amazon and get it prime shipped to my house and still not be done. I could order...
Do you want some chocolate,
Pretty much.
Helena, to cope with the
Yeah, it's
PMS?
I could get my strawberry shortcake ice cream and have it and still be just fucking nails on the chalkboard, man.
Fun fact: when you're PMSing, it's because your uterus is trying to cut off the oxygen to down there. So basically, your uterus is trying to kill itself.
Bio lesson 101.
You said uterus,
It's trying to kill
and then
itself.
you said
Yeah.
cut off, and my next thought was uterus cut off, and then male genitalia.
It's trying to cut off the oxygen to your
oxygen.
uterus. So your uterus is basically trying to kill itself. So that's why it hurts so much.
Just commit Sudoku, man.
That's it.
Pretty much. And then the blood comes rushing out, and then there was much sadness.
All right, how the fuck did we get back onto menstruation?
Because we're girls.
How the fuck did this happen?
Because permanent PMS.
This is an estrogen-filled podcast.
Jeanne, you brought up yaoi, and then we talked about uterus.
But now,
Okay,
since
here. Why don't we talk about anime that makes our estrogen boil?
Okay.
How about that?
We can talk about this.
Estrogen boil.
Okay.
Okay.
Ugh.
So let's skip Suin because she's not a real woman.
Sorry, Suin.
I'm the man.
Sarah, let's start
Yes.
with you. What's a show that really got you really happy or really sad? Just like
I have such a
all these
good
emotions
answer.
were just everywhere, and you didn't know what to do, and like you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I have two.
Oh, two.
Okay.
And I would say the first is Ouran High School Host Club.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh.
Because
Yep.
and Jeanne, I know you know
Yep.
what I'm talking about. I know you know what I'm talking about. And the second I watched recently actually, and that's Sound of the Sky.
Sound
And
of the
that was my
Sky,
second one.
really?
I don't know what, but something about that.
Wasn't Sound of the Sky an entirely female cast though?
Oh yeah, it is.
It is an entirely female cast.
Interesting.
That's funny because I watched like 2 episodes of Sound of the Sky, and I was like,
You were like,
It's better than K-On!
It gets really really good, and I don't know what about it.
I would
but
say
it's one of my
Aria?
favorite.
check out Aria. It's like the same thing, just better in every way. It's so
So yeah,
good.
Ouran and Sound of the Sky
Interesting.
so those are the 2 that really got you.
really got me. Really
got
me.
you. Your emotions were just fucking boiling like crazy. All right, so Suin, is there anything deep down inside those bricks of yours that have a little
You
tiny
made it
crack
sound
in it?
like you refer.
You make everything sound so dirty
Yeah.
down in your bricks.
Hey girl, what you doing? Let me see that brick. Let me feel those bricks,
Let
girl.
me see those bricks.
Let me get down in Suin's bricks.
What the
She's got
fuck are you talking about, Jeanne?
I am a woman.
Jeanne, what are
You're
you
not
doing?
even making sense anymore.
The question is, when has she ever made sense?
Gene logic.
That's true. But
That's true.
Soon, is there anything
logic.
that
Hashtag
made you
Jeanne
in
logic.
emotional turmoil of any kind?
Actually, there was one. The most recent one actually was the Rurouni Kenshin OVA's Trust and Betrayal.
Oh, Trust and Betrayal. Had you
Yeah.
never seen that before, by the
Oh
way?
my god, it is gorgeous.
Had you never seen that before?
I have not.
this
no.
your first time?
Yeah, it's my first
Oh, you
time.
hadn't seen it?
No, I
Really?
didn't.
Oh, it's pretty amazing, isn't
Because
it?
I was under the assumption that you have to watch the original series.
It's a prequel. You don't have to, but it's
I
better
know,
to watch
I
the
know,
original.
like-
Yeah.
I know, like a lot of people have said that you have to watch the original to get the
It's the
prequels.
full impact.
Oh yeah, but I can. Oh my god, just so beautiful.
Well, without getting like too spoilerific, like explain
it's
like the genre of it
Hold
and what got to you.
So-
what
it's
aspect got
it's
to you.
it's basically a prequel of 10 years before the Rurouni Kenshin timeline and how
Yes.
Kenshin got his scar and his days as an
Batosai.
assassin. Yeah, Batosai. Hatakiri
Batosai.
Batosai. Oh,
Yes.
and avoid the dub, please. It is atrocious.
That said,
Oh, wow.
it seems like a lot of women that I know really like Trust and Betrayal a lot.
Women?
Yeah, my friends who've seen it really love it. Who are females? I don't know why. I think it's something about how good looking the fucking the Kenshin looks in it without that scar. He's got
okay.
that. Ooh,
Oh my
just
god.
making a scene for everyone to
Kenshin
enjoy.
in Japanese, is voiced by woman, and I
Yes.
had the hardest time. It was like, this is a guy. Remember,
Yeah.
this is a guy.
Remember to
It's
yourself.
it's
a
amazing
dude.
how much of a tonal shift Trust and Betrayal is from the rest of the entire series.
Oh yeah.
It's,
Wait, so you know girls that were like fangirling over whatever the guy's name is before
Kenshin?
he got a scar?
Kenshin?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, because Kenshin,
do?
people like Kenshin for the same reason you like Sosuke Sagura. It's like he's
Oh,
like
yeah.
this clueless kind of guy who's just
He's a goofball and
yeah, but he's a nice guy, and he's
Aw.
honorable, but he's not.
I forgot about Sosuke.
like he never kills, and he has a reverse blade, so
Yeah,
it doesn't
so
kill
he
people. It
knocks
just maims
people
them
out.
or just hurts them enough so that they can never wield a sword again or can fight.
That sounds so
But in
deep.
Trust and Betrayal, they chuck that out of the window. It's like, oh, we're
Yeah.
gonna kill people left
It's
and right.
back
here.
whenever he was a
Wow.
killer,
Yeah.
and
Aw.
it's how he grew up. It's kind of like if they made a prequel to Full Metal Panic where Sosuke Sagura is using AKs to kill black children in Africa during the Blood Diamond conflict. It's kind of like that.
Great comparison.
No,
Awesome comparison.
that's pretty much what it's like. You don't even understand.
Wow.
Rurouni Kenshin
Don't-
is about this guy who says
Do not fucking tarnish my Sosuke like
he
that.
says aura a lot, and then
Yeah.
oh my god, in the OVA, he literally just demolishes human beings and turns them into fucking chop suey. it's unbelievable.
So basically, it's just what he was before he became like. It's what changed him.
Made him. It's what made him take the path less traveled.
A woman is involved. So
yes, it is a woman is involved, which I think why they like it, because it is a love story at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Got
interesting.
that NTR.
So Jeanne,
yes.
What about you?
That's a good
Are there any
question.
shows that make you feel that way?
Okay. I mean, the thing is, everybody sort of knows what got my blood boiling. I have a couple. Should I start with the first one and move on to my last one?
Sure, let's start with the first one.
Oh my god.
Get it out of the way,
Go for
Jeanne. Get it out of the way.
Oh my god.
You guys are gonna be sitting for a while.
Okay,
taking
we
this
got time.
monologue.
Oh god.
Enter monologue mode.
The first one that got me was Uro no Prince-sama.
What?
Magic 1000%.
Oh my god! I want to be a boy again already.
Of course, Mamoru Miyano is in that cast, so obligation for Jeanne.
Holy shit!
I have to like
God.
it.
I must like it. Mamoru Miyano was in it.
And I think it was just because I never, besides Ouran High School. Oh, Ouran High School's actually would be my first one.
Fun fact: Mamoru Miyano is also in that one. He plays Tamaki.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite interesting. But I would say Uro no Prince-sama because that was my second reverse harem, I guess.
Sure.
And I didn't know that it was reverse harem at the time.
You were
so
just
I was
like, this is just.
oh, this is cool.
I'm sure that
and
at
look
the
at these
time,
boys
You
dancing.
were like, this is just really good odds for this girl.
So, I mean, I
Bananas.
feel sort of hypocritical because I would make fun of fan service in other shows like Haide no Aria. Like, I really trashed that show for having panty shots and other harems. And then
Ouch.
I was enjoying the shows that were the reverse of it. And I feel bad because at first I sort of looked down on it and I looked down on the people that enjoyed it. But
Wow, that's.
I didn't.
Oof.
This is sort of a confession,
Jeez.
but
Okay.
I didn't know at the time. And now I understand why people like it because it's fun.
It's what they want deep down.
It is. I think a
Down
big part of
inside.
it is it's a deep desire that people want. I think that's a huge part of it. I
It's
think
like hot.
I think
It's like
it's-
hot people of the opposite gender just clamoring after you. Like, who wouldn't
Yeah.
want that?
It's like
I think
Let's be
for
honest.
me,
jackpot!
yeah. It's also sort of funny to me how it's like Japanese people creating this because they seem so
That is always
Not
I've
horny?
always thought it's really funny because the Japanese, if anything, seem completely asexual.
yeah.
Where they're just
Yeah.
like, work first, I can have friends, but I don't need your pussy.
And it's like their dreams, like they're sort of putting their dreams in the
Well, this is like
Yeah.
their wish
Secret
fulfillment.
fantasies.
In Japan, they have their own host club.
This
Cafe.
is true. This
They're
is very
actually
true.
real.
That is my fallback plan, being the gaijin blonde at a host club. Think I could pull it off.
I think
Hold
you
on,
could
you're gonna be a
Especially-
Tamaki.
Especially with my gender swapping ability that I've thus acquired to switch between Helena and Holden. I think the ability
Right.
now just yields me infinite possibilities. But I think so. Jeanne, you said that was your second one after
Yes, Ouran
after
High
Ouran.
School.
So
What was
is there
the other one?
anything post Prince? Prince.
Post
He's a
Prince.
guy. He's famous.
Wait, is it free?
I have one before Free.
God.
But
What's up?
Free
God.
is one. But come on, Free is like a given.
Free is amazing.
What
let's be
about for everybody
honest.
else? Of course. I don't want to go too much into Free, but everybody sort of knows that was like the anime, especially because Kyo animated and they never made things really specifically for the female
Specifically.
demographic. Yeah.
Specifically.
Gene logic.
It's interesting.
And so
knowing
Kyo Annie.
Knowing
sorry,
that
what were you saying?
Free succeeded in that sense,
Yeah.
because the reason that it was never been made is because we don't know if they didn't know if there was a demographic that would like
Right.
any of that. So knowing that Free is getting a second season and everything, are you guys excited for it to come out? What do you guys think of it? Are you guys
Wait, is it
excited?
actually
I
getting a
totally
second
wanna watch
season?
the second
It
season.
most likely will. It says
Because the most that they done was like, see you next water season or something after the
next
credits.
summer.
See you next summer.
Ooh.
And I am totally up for that because I mean, if they don't, it's cool because they left the story closed yet open. If you guys get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So it's fine either way for me. I would enjoy more, but I don't necessarily need it.
Sure. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think the story was serious enough that it would feel redundant if they carried on a second season.
Yeah.
I think they're just going to carry the elements of everybody just enjoying the friendship and kind of like not their struggles but their training towards the swimming, and what will happen with Rin, because they sort of left that off, and how will their relationship become with Rin. So
I think
that'd be great.
What's interesting about Free that I've noticed is that from the outside looking in, back when I was a guy, something that I thought was really interesting.
A couple minutes ago, actually.
Yeah.
A couple minutes ago. Just a few minutes.
What I thought was interesting was the fact that I'm sure it exists, but like, the male equivalent is like the closest thing I could come up with was like Ikitosen. Like, I literally cannot think of any shows that have an entirely female cast really that delve into that, other than, for instance, Bamboo Blade was the closest I could come, because it's even a sports thing as well. But
right. I heard Bamboo Blade wasn't half bad.
C3 Boo.
C3 Boo?
No, I can't in good conscience compare Ikitosen to Free, because Free is just so much better. And I don't know. I don't think that they're exactly.
But here's the thing, though. Like,
you're sexist. It's because you're a female.
Yeah, so it's
but here's the thing, though. Like, once female-oriented shows like Free become more and more popular, will they ever stoop down to the level of, let's say, male fan service, like Ikitosen, for example?
And I think they will. I really do.
I think that will be really interesting.
Oh, they will, but Free is not that anime.
No, it's not that, but it's an inciting incident.
No, like subsequent shows. Yeah, like subsequent shows. Like, will they take on that level of
hey,
lunacy, I guess, in a way?
I mean, once they realize the demographic, I mean, they do, because, I mean, Jeanne, I know you've seen yaoi, so you know that they go there in yaoi, but it's just,
It's interesting, because unlike females, the thing about females is that there's two classes of nudity. There's frontal nudity, and then there's lower nudity.
Exactly.
And what's interesting is that frontal nudity is not nearly as severe as lower nudity, and thus we can see all the tits, and it's great. But with guys, it's interesting.
All we get is hair. Like, all we get is, his hair is covering his left eye. Oh my god, his hair is covering his right eye.
Oh,
clarification, she's talking about hair on the head.
I had a different thought when you said hair.
She's not talking about happy trails.
I thought something totally different.
I don't think I've seen a happy trail in any kind of fan servicey way on a guy ever.
Jeanne, what do you watch?
No,
Jeanne's been watching that great Happy Trail anime.
Jeanne, have you been watching? You've been watching something bad in yaoi.
Have you been watching hentai or something?
See, what the fuck? I'm the one admitting I watched this shit, and the two fucking brick ladies are coming after me over Happy Trails.
Brick ladies. Fuck you, Jeanne. Fuck you.
Hey, that would be wrong. Scissoring, kind of gross. From what I can tell, doesn't even feel that good, to be honest.
Okay, all I'm saying...
kind of like rubbing my crotch on, like, a baseball bat. But it's like a person's leg. Not that most fun.
All I'm saying is you guys do get the...
Hold on, you must get a wooden
boobs.
feeling from that.
I know, right? It makes
Jeanne,
the wood...
what are you gonna say, Jeanne?
You get the boobs, you get the physics of the boobs, you get different sizes of boobs, you know.
I think...
Okay?
But see,
you get different colored panties. Okay. What the fuck do we
I was
get?
about to say, real
You
talk?
get crotch shots.
What do you guys want? Is the first question that I need to ask you guys.
I mean...
Oh my god.
I guess there's really nothing that... Honestly, I think Free is as good as it will get.
This is such a fucking interesting question.
Oh god. Actually, now that I think about it...
Yeah.
Like, if they do go... like full-on fan service, I guess the most severe that can do is like show the bulge.
I think that what it would be is it would be the bare ass. I think that would be it, because I do see that occasionally on guys. And if you guys don't know, by the way, if you follow me at Holden Reviews on Twitter, I occasionally post a hashtag, and it's anime cocks are rare is the hashtag, and it's true. And just in normal context, I think the only series I've seen them in is Gundam, and those are on adolescent childs. So I'm really interested to see if it would be ever possible to portray male genitalia in a completely contextualized way without making it gratuitous, because I think
actually
it's
they
possible.
showed that in...
What about Shinji?
They showed that in Genocyber, very briefly, like where this little kid was getting bullied.
Yeah.
And these two crooks or something were taking off his pants and
yeah.
they're, like, dangling.
What a bully! You mean rapist is the word.
Yeah.
Oh wait, there was also one in Gurren Lagann where like the little kid next to the squirrel.
Yeah, that's the thing. It has to
naked.
be an adolescent cock, which is the next hashtag, which is, I guess, adolescent clocks. The FBI is going to be fucking knocking on my door any second now, too. But...
I will admit, because I have watched yaoi, I don't like it, but I have seen them in yaoi before.
It's interesting, because I
haven't.
I haven't, yeah.
Yeah.
I have not, in any of my endeavors through anything.
The most I've seen yaoi was like...
I've just seen the hand going, like, down the pants, and then, like, the guy just has his mouth open, like,
Jeanne, what the fuck are you watching?
No, Jeanne.
She was watching
Jeanne.
Junjo Romantica.
Junjo Romantica.
Oh my god.
Jeanne, that anime. Oh,
Oh,
god,
no,
that
the
anime
best-
just-
It's
the
funny
best.
how you said that at, like, two of you said that at the exact same time.
The best,
Right.
the best face, though, guys. Real talk. Best face. Whenever someone's having an orgasm face and they've a finger in their mouth, I'm
oh
like,
yeah, what the fuck?
what the fuck is this?
What are you guys watching?
I think this is
So,
everything.
we now know that Suin is now asexual.
This is a Suin
She
likes
has,
no one.
never-
We've come to realize that Suin is not a female.
Hi guys.
This is Suman. Suman.
Yeah.
The rest of the
He's
cast.
Suman.
So, Suman basically swapped genitalia with Holden.
Yeah, we
and
trade
this is what
occasionally.
happened. There's one thing I wanted to say, though. Even though this isn't, not as a female, but just as anybody that is a fan of romance,
Sure.
I will say that romance isn't as strong in anime as it is in any other form of media.
I agree.
And the closest I've seen to having really strong romance is probably in, if anybody knows Kare Kano or His or Her Circumstances.
Oh, yeah.
Where it was like a first love and they actually like talk about losing their virginity together and actually have a scene where they lost their virginity together. And they didn't show anything graphic, but it was still, I still liked it because you saw affection. Like, you saw normal fucking kissing and affection. And I feel like if they just kind of incorporated that more instead of panty shots and like boob shots and guys that are supposed to look attractive to females and don't, besides Free, even though it's not really completely attractive. But if they could do more of that where it's realistic, I think I would like that. And it's not because I'm a female. I think people that are a fan of the romance genre are going to appreciate that more.
I think what's interesting about what you said was you named a show that was half
Yeah.
directed by Hideki Anno. And
Who's that?
He's the guy who directed Evangelion.
Jeanne.
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah.
Evangelion.
Dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's
This is before he went.
what's
bonkers.
interesting about, I think, as the story goes, as far as I know, Hideki Anno did like the first half of it or so, and then got furious and quit or something like that. It might not have been with this series. It might have been with Nadia's Secret of Blue Water, but I'm pretty sure it was with this one that what happened was they had to bring in a second director, which was Kazuya Tsurumaki, and he took over the second half. I'm not 100% certain on the backstory of that one, but I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
No, Jeanne, have you seen Golden Time?
No.
Because they do genuine kind of getting to know each other romance in that.
Oh,
At least
I'm
they
gonna
have
watch
so
it.
far. And they had a similar scene where like the girl found his condom and he was like, we don't have to do anything if you don't want
As soon
to.
as she said condom, I think Full Metal Panic.
Condom?
Oh,
What is
yeah,
this?
me
I can
too.
hold 2 liters of water in this. And they're like, oh,
Colin,
so
how the
skate.
fuck do you
We want
remember
that.
these?
We want you to put that on your fucking cock and shove it right us. Fucking.
What the fuck, Holden?
That was.
Liters of something.
Yeah. That was Konami, by the way. So
Yes, it was.
what's interesting about that is I think in similar regards to that, Jeanne, as far as quote like realistic romance or the idea of romance is not portrayed enough in anime, which I do agree with to an extent.
Right.
I think the reason for that, or I think what I found an interesting trope with that, not even what that happens, but what I've noticed from the ones I've seen, is it's common for it to, end whenever they do get together, which is always, that's what's, and, that's the norm, is the series ends when they get together. And it seems like more often nowadays, though, it's becoming more and more so where they have the series start off with them getting together. which is interesting because it allows for a lot more relations to ensue. Because
you know what really pisses me off in romance?
Because that's what they're exactly what they're doing in Golden Time right now.
Yes, I was going to reference Golden Time, and what was the other fucking? I'll come to you in a minute. But yeah, what are you saying, Soon?
And yeah, I want to hear the Brick's opinion on this.
Yeah,
not the Brick, the Fortress.
What really irks me in romance? Yeah. What really irks me in romance anime is that they have all those stages of, I guess, progression in terms of their relationship.
Sure.
Yeah.
So then it progresses from platonic to something slightly romantic.
Yes.
Yeah. And sometimes the series ends before they do anything, as much as holding hands or even kissing.
Right.
Yeah. Like that happened in Blast of Tempest.
Blast of Tempest.
Oh, fuck that.
No. I remember.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Do you remember the last scene?
Yes. Ridiculous.
It's like, oh, the two characters are now together.
Yeah.
Then it ends. It's like,
that's it.
What?
Oh, great.
Nothing else.
Thanks. There's a.
Okay.
What about the one that was airing? I think it was the fall of 2012, or it was close to the new year of 13. It was Say I Love You.
Oh, Say
I Love You. Say I Love You. I watched
that. What the fuck? Because like the first 3 episodes were great, especially the scene. No, seriously, like he dragged her in the alley and just like forced kisses.
Whoa,
on her. I'm like,
okay.
Oh my God, this is awesome.
For a second there, you said takes into alley and forces.
I distinctly remember it was one kiss.
Yeah,
and it was not that bad.
No, there was a couple kisses. It was the episode that was called "His Breath Tastes Like Fried Chicken" or something like that.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Listen.
Given them BJs, what are we doing?
It sounds worse than it
them
sounds.
blowjobs.
But what
I
I'm saying is,
distinctly remember that not happening.
No, they had it was definitely there. She left. He dragged her into the alley next to the karaoke bar and put her against the wall and kissed her. She said no. He kissed her again.
Have you noticed?
Kissed her again, and then they like made out.
Have you noticed, Jeanne?
Like,
now, from what you said,
what?
The thing is, I don't know what you're talking about because I haven't seen the show. But
yeah.
I feel like I can definitely see it as an anime because I feel like male characters forcing themselves upon women is becoming more predominant trait. It seems like.
Yeah.
I'd like to just drop the name Diabolic Lovers.
But that only
moment.
I was going to say I feel like it only happens in shoujo series that men literally just force themselves upon the women, and they're just.
Well,
here's a hint, guys.
Some people deep down want that.
Yeah,
in
that's
real
what
life.
I was going to ask. Like, do women want that exactly? Because not to condone any of our listeners to go out and forcibly, make them slip the tongue in anyone, but like, what is your take on this, girls?
Can I just give a pro tip?
Pro tips, okay.
Holding
pro tip.
Girls at the wrist does not really hold them back. Okay.
That's true.
And I'm just going to put this out there. If you do try to do that and force yourself on a woman because you think that's what she wants, I guarantee you will get kneed in the balls. And it will hurt.
You know what?
Pro tip.
If you're a hard M, do it anyway because it's going to feel great.
If she's a tsundere, stay away.
It's also true. I just
no. If she's a yandere. Oh god.
No, if she's a yandere, fucking go for it because
she's
gonna like what you're gonna do to her.
Oof, just make her kill things for you. That's the best advice I can give.
My man Yuki.
I'll be like, girl, what you doing? And I'll be like, shoot, girl, can you go get me some of that paper? Go give me some paper. She'll be like, shoot, I go to the bank right now and get you all the paper you want. I'll be like, shoot, girl, bitch, I love you.
Anyway, what I was saying before you guys got fucking distracted by my imagery of the alley. What I was saying was, listen.
Okay.
There was that one makeout scene. I was like, wow, this is actually building up to be a really good romance show. After that episode, there was absolutely fucking like nothing. Like they just like talked in school, hung out a little bit. Everything was like what Suin said, like completely platonic.
Yeah.
And then at the end,
like,
I'm sorry, I'm spoiling it.
No,
like
it's
the last
fine.
minute. All he fucking did was, like, hold her hand and say, like, I love you. Why are you fucking holding her hand? I mean, you fucking, before you asked her out, you fucking forced yourself on her.
Grab that booty. She got a donk, fucking used that shit as a handlebar.
Wait, Jeanne, was it like a close-up shot of the guy's face?
No way, it was back against the sunrise.
That does happen, Suin, that does happen. That happens in, like the first episode.
Like, super dramatic music in the background, and, like, you're zooming in on the guy's face.
Yeah.
They do that in the first episode.
Do you know what's really rare, now that you guys mention it?
What?
making out in anime.
It's really creepy.
It's no way. I argue that only
lie.
because the closest thing I remember was in Nisei Monogatari, whenever they did the teeth brushing thing. And that was 5 minutes of just pure gold.
Toothbrush.
You know what?
porn.
Actually,
Like, that was so hot, it was unbelievable.
I want to know the Fortress's opinion on that scene.
What?
The
On
toothbrush-
makeup?
Scene Nisei Monogatari, episode 9.
Toothbrush
The
scene.
toothbrushing scene.
It took me a year to get past episode 3 of Bakemonogatari.
Okay, but did you... Okay, so Suin hasn't
No, so
seen
I
it.
haven't seen it.
Oh, it's
I haven't seen Bakemonogatari.
But you know what?
either.
Go ahead. I don't care. It's just
No, we didn't spoil it.
Nisei Monogatari. Wait,
just-
it's nothing. Okay, Bakemonogatari series is not plot oriented anyway.
I don't know. It's got all them plots on them women. I like it, but
Yeah.
that's only when
Oh
I'm
yeah,
a guy.
toothbrush on the plot.
But no, Jeanne, you cannot.
Yeah.
You felt nothing during that scene. You're telling me.
No, I fucking love that
Oh, I was
scene.
about to say that scene was so hot. Are you kidding me?
That's incest.
No, seriously, I'm like, oh my god, like, because you feel the tension.
I was like, pull the string and drop the water. This is getting too hot. Like,
That's fucking incest. That's between Araragi and Karen. That's his sister.
listen,
Oh,
you don't have
God.
to be a man to feel that
no,
scene.
you don't even understand. This was the most wincest ever.
Oh my
like,
god.
I've seen a
Yeah.
lot of incest. This is pure.
Oh wait,
incest.
hold on. Gee, did you like it when in Oral High School Host Club when Hikaru and Karu were going into yaoi mode by any chance?
It was just funny, but listen, Oran High School Host Club was my third series that I watched, so I didn't have an idea that it was really yaoi oriented. I just took it as a comedy sense. So I was like, haha, this is funny.
Not
okay.
a he wants the D kind of sense.
Yeah, I mean, it was nothing like the fucking toothbrushing scene. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I agree. But I
Yeah.
think that's one reason I really like certain manga, because they portray just the viscerality of it. I'm going to make up words now. The viscerality of making out so well.
I know that term because I'm an anatomy student.
And
Go me.
it's so visceral. I feel like,
Yeah.
for instance, I feel like sometimes I've recently been reading this series, which I'll talk about again later some other time. Is called Prison School, also known as Kangoku Gakuen, and oh my god, it's so funny. It's unbelievable. It's by these.
Wait, funny in what sense?
Just
funny
like
in what
laugh
sense?
out loud. Like the mangaka is just hilarious with his jokes sometimes, and the timing and the art. The art
Is it like crude humor?
it is. It's very crude. There's a lot of
Right.
jokes
Okay.
about S&M and a lot of jokes about shitting yourself, but it's the art
So it's
that
like
sells it.
panty and
'Cause
stocking.
Guy humor.
here's the
It's like
thing.
panty
Here's the
and
thing.
stocking.
No, it's great because what happens is it's just whenever they tell a joke, the art just gets super fucking realistic, and it's just what the fuck is happening?
Oh, it's kind of like troll facing.
Yes,
sort of?
it's very similar
Okay.
to troll facing. Everyone just gets really, really anatomically correct.
Oh my
And
goodness.
there's just
That is so weird.
there's really detailed tears falling down people's eyes.
Oh fuck.
Dude,
Oh god.
Oh yeah, that happens in Oran
Oh, it's-
when Tamaki starts freaking out.
it happens sometimes
my
in
God, I
Golden
love
Boy
those
too.
moments.
When in Golden Boy, Kentaro
Yeah, I was thinking of Golden
just
Boy.
gets fucking real ass faces, and it's just the over detailed is all fuck, and it's just
Yeah.
hilarious. I feel like
GTO does that too.
yes, GTO definitely does that.
Yeah.
Fucking Onizuka does that all the time.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
I think that's the
so
one
great.
way to ensure instant humor. I feel like I don't know why. It's the only time really I really laugh during manga. There's a lot of stuff in anime and manga where I feel like it's like you're supposed to laugh,
Yeah.
but oh my god, it's just the way Prison School pulls it off is amazing, and the art is fucking amazing, and the sweat. Oh my god, when things get hot and they sweat, whew, it gets amazing. So good. Highly recommend checking out
Okay.
Prison School.
This is how Holden's blood boils.
Oh my god.
Holden
It's-
gets attracted to sweat.
This-
when you see sweat.
Dude, when I was seeing this,
Insta-boner.
I was like, Holden's gonna need some Holden. Like, this is too much.
Holden's gonna need some holding.
It was too much. I caught up to all 9 volumes just today, pretty much. Like, I read
Yeah.
all of it because it was so fucking good, and I can't believe that I caught up with
See-
it in one day.
I haven't had much experience with reading manga.
Yeah.
Only because I started with Aku no Hana because I liked the anime so much.
Chapter 26.
Oh
Yeah,
my
wait,
gosh,
Jeanne, have
Jeanne.
you read chapter 26?
Yes,
How-
that was the last chapter
That
I
was-
read,
that was
and
so
that
scary.
chapter,
Don't
that
spoil
chapter
it.
got me. I was like,
Don't
what?
spoil it. I will
fuck.
freaking murder you.
Don't spoil it.
Don't spoil it. But
I
I'll just
will
say
murder
this
you.
much: it's NSFW. That's for sure.
Oh god.
All I'm saying is that fucking tension was there.
Oh my
I
God.
think that's my
It was
favorite
tension.
thing.
I was laughing my ass
Listen,
off.
No,
The
Jeanne, it was
tension
all about the
was
shading
out.
in that scene. The
hell
shading.
yeah.
Oh my
The
The
god.
shading in the right places.
Oh
no
my god.
spoilers. If you guys spoil
Gradients versus
No, you
shading.
don't
What
even
wins?
understand
Murder
who
you.
this is. Who it is even the bigger surprise. But yeah. So Jeanne, I have to give you this by the way sometime. We'll talk about it on PodTaku
Okay.
or something sometime. Back
And
when
then
I'm a boy.
Sarah, you need to fucking just get to
Oh
it.
yeah, just read
I
it.
will
It's-
get to it, okay?
it's
I
short.
promise I will get to it, but no spoilers.
Okay,
Okay.
we'll think about it. But it was fantastic. I
might just fucking spoil it for you.
Yeah.
Jeanne.
No, I'm
Prison
just kidding.
School.
Just
We'll talk about that
kidding.
in a later
I was
date
gonna
because
say.
it's amazing and I love it. Actually, something that I think that one of the last things I want to touch base on for this podcast.
Let's try to wrap this up. So
The last thing I really want to touch
One
base on
more.
actually and ask you guys is so for instance with the design of Free and the lack of male nipples.
I think that made it
That
better,
was-
actually.
Yeah, I was
that
about to
was
say, did you guys think it made
pretty
it better or
weird.
worse? Like this just really sprung into my head because I was thinking about nipples a lot for a second there because I was like, oh, prison school, all the nipples,
Oh my god.
it's great.
Oh my god, what are these bouncing things on my chest right now? Oh my god, they're so fun to play with. Oh my god.
The weirdest part is whenever I realized that male nipples are also have the anatomy called areola, and I was like, that can't be true. Like,
Yeah.
that's such
Yeah.
bullshit, though. No,
Yeah.
it ruins the context of it for me. I hate it. But no,
Well-
do you guys think it made it better or worse? Like, this is just a purely aesthetic thing, and I know it's a really weird and dumb question, but there was, for some reason, on Tumblr and everything, there was this huge fucking thing about it, and I really didn't get what the whole fuss was about, if any.
I never thought of it. I don't think it would be a big deal if it was.
I didn't think
in
so.
The anime.
I thought it was a fucking. People
Honestly,
were
No, I think it's
overblown.
a weird addition.
just-
If they added nipples to the men in Free, then it might have been. It looks weird because in anime they don't show the nipples on guys. Also, like
I mean,
they just
do
show the pecs.
sometimes. But
Yeah, but in most cases they don't. They just show
Honestly-
the pecs.
honestly, I didn't even notice it until someone pointed it out to me, and then I was like, "Oh yeah, they don't have
Yeah.
nipples." And then I was just like, "Whatever, who cares?" But
This
yeah.
is true. I actually didn't notice either until someone said something. to
Shout
me.
out to invisible nipples.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to invisible nipples.
okay,
Say it.
well that's all I was really wondering. So I think with that bombshell, we should end this episode of FemTaku / Holden's Harem. And Jeanne, if you will, please take us out of this episode.
Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. We
Us
tried to get.
estrogening out.
Yeah, maybe we got a little personal, but
PodTaku.
hopefully enlightened you.
Hope you guys enjoyed it all the same.
Hopefully the
Yeah.
next will be a sausage fest for you guys.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
And I mean, Suin can join that one because I've now noticed that she is
Yeah,
no longer a
she's
female.
Sue
Anyway,
Man.
She'll turn into
Sue Man.
Sue-Man.
Holden, do you want your dick back?
No, I don't want my dick back just yet.
Hashtag Sue Man.
hold
yes,
on
he
to
does, and he wants it in his. And anyway, so I'm Jeanne
wants
from
it in
Anime
his face.
Appraisal, and with me today I had Sarah from 42 Believer,
Thank you. It's been a lot of fun, guys.
and I have Suin from Sick Nanigans,
I want my breast back, Holden.
and Helena from Helena Reviews.
I'll see you later, boys.
And
This has
we're
been a
done.
very special episode. Yeah.
Okay, real talk. I think I'm leaking blood.
I have a boner.